A Blizzard Blimp versus a Sarch Blimp. Which is better, and how do we do them? Let's get into it. First of all, a massive shout out to my boy Hero, who taught me everything I needed to know about a Blizzard. He passed away a few years ago, so this one's for you, my guy. The 4 steps to follow when doing a Blizzard or a Sarch Blimp are: number 1, finding a place to land, which means no potential giant bomb spots. No spots where we're going to get hit with a poison tower, although we should remember that we can be within a poison tower's radius for 1.2 seconds before it will throw its spell. And 99% of the time for Town Hall 16 and below, it will need to be close to the Town Hall so that we can get the Town Hall down. Since Town Hall 17 shoots out poison bombs, landing a blimp near the Town Hall isn't really an option. But there might be other places around the base we can land at Town Hall 17 to get that high Blizzard value. Now, our Super Wizards can take a single giant bomb hit, but no more than that. So there's little room for error in exactly where we land. We're also looking to be able to clear out high-level defenses that are close by if possible, so where we land is key. If the Town Hall or a higher level defense is more than 2 tiles away from a wall, then our Super Wizards will not be able to reach it, which means a Super Archer Blimp might be better in that situation. Also, if our Super Wizards would have to cross over potential giant bomb territory to get to a high level defense if possible, or the Town Hall, then we also should consider a Super Archer Blimp instead of a Blizzard. Step 2 is finding an anchor air defense so that we can send our Lava Hound in first, and that protects our blimp from initial defensive damage and also catches any air traps such as seeking air mines, which would take down our blimp prematurely. And we don't like it when something goes down early. We can also use balloons to distract in some situations, but the deeper our blimp has to go, then the more likely it will be taken down early, so loons are only used in special situations, especially when we don't have an anchor air defense. Step number 3 is looking at the direction of the air sweepers. Although we can freeze a sweeper, technically, it is difficult to figure out exactly when to freeze. We can mess it up, and also it uses up a valuable spell slot. So finding an entry point where we don't have to battle sweepers is ideal. Step number 4 is to guess the location of the tornado trap, because if our blimp hits the tornado, then it is not getting to the location that we wanted, so doing our best to avoid the tornado is again ideal. Most bases have tornado traps in pretty predictable locations, but this is definitely something to keep in the back of our mind. Once the Hound and Blimp are released back to back, then we focus on looking at the shadow of the Blimp. We don't look at the Blimp itself. So when the shadow reaches the area we want our Blimp to land, we throw down an Invis spell and then manually press the Blimp button to drop it at that location. If we have Super Wizards in our Blimp, we immediately throw down a Rage spell and then Invis spells every 4 seconds. Predicting what our Super Wizards are going to target next and where they're going to go is part of the fun in knowing where to place our Invis spells, but honestly, with practice, it's not too difficult to keep them covered up. I like to take 5 Invis spells in my spell complement. 4 is normally enough, but if I need that extra Invis to ensure the Town Hall goes down, or the Eagle, or the Monolith, then I have that extra Invis available. If we don't need it, then it can always be used later in our attack. If we're using a Super Archer Blimp, we follow these same exact steps until we drop the Blimp. We still watch the shadow of the Blimp, we still do a preemptive Invis spell, but immediately after the Blimp lands, instead, we drop 2 clone spells and a Rage, and then immediately Invis again, keeping our 4-second drop schedule. One important note to remember is we do not want any troops other than Super Archers in our Blimp, as we don't want anything else to clone, only the Super Archers. The value of having many Super Archers all cloned there in one spot cannot be understated. Once the Blizzard or Super Archer Blimp is done, we immediately want to follow that up with a hero dive of some sort. Typically, I will go after heroes, especially with my Lalo attacks, but what we want to target with that hero dive will be a little bit different with each attack. Once our heroes have gotten down all the targets we were aiming for, or at least close to it, then we start in the bulk portion of our attack. A lot of times that's Lalo for me, as I said, but can also be dragons, root riders, or you name it, whatever you're good at. This portion of the attack is purely a personal decision. And if we are able to actually get those high value targets with our Blizzard or Sarch Blimp, not only do we create a massive, well-placed funnel, this is also normally the easy part of the attack whenever we put in the bulk of our army because a Blizzard and a Sarch Blimp work so well. But practice sending in a Blimp and getting used to the spell drop schedule, as it does take a little bit of getting used to. If this video was helpful, make sure you share it with other people who are looking to do a Blizzard versus Sarch Blimp. Until the next video, my name is TipDog20. I'll see you then.